Good morning, everybody. We'll start again. On behalf of Telit, I would like to welcome all of you here today for our DevCon IoT. What is Telit? The reason I will present a little about Telit is I saw a lot of new faces and new names in the list of people coming today. So I will give you just a 3 minutes introduction about Telit, and then we'll go to the objective of the day. Oops, it's going directly. So Telit, a company, we are a company that provide a triple play solution. So we can give you modules. We have modules for GSM, CDMA, video. We have GPS technologies. We have Bluetooth. We have several modules and several technologies. We also can give you, again, connectivity solutions. We can help you to manage the SIM cards. And in the end, I think is the most powerful tool we have in the company at the moment is our IoT platform to integrate your solution. The presentation from our IoT team today will give you the first overview, and then in the end, big knowledge how it can help you to go to market. About Telit, I just would like to mention why Telit is the right partner to you, because we have the end-to-end solution to help you. And why I'm saying end-to-end solution? Because time is money. If you can deploy a solution faster and go to the market faster, you can faster address the market, and you will be the first, or you're going to start first to conclude your product.
So cellular. This slide wants to summarize the fact that we provide many different models per each cellular technology. 2G, so GSM, GPRS, as well as CDMA for North America mainly. 3G, UMTS, HSPA modules, and LTE modules. The LTE category is the parameter that defines the capability of a cellular device in terms of performance, so mainly uplink and downlink throughput. Here is the product roadmap for the 910 family, so the LE910 series. As you can see, we are launching in parallel a lot of Category 1 variants. This is to address the band requirements in the different regions of the world. So the first variant that you see, I apologize for the difficult name, LE910 C1-80. This is the variant for the local market, so for New Zealand and Australia. If you look at the band combination, it's comprehensive of the bands used by all the network operators. So Vodafone New Zealand, Spark, and in Australia, again, Vodafone, Telstra, and Optus. And the 3G fallback also guarantees an extended coverage, even now that the LTE network is not fully deployed. Then there are a couple of variants for Verizon, LTE only modules, because in the US they are pretty strong in LTE. A variant for AT&T. The good news is that last week we completed the AT&T approval on this module, and this is the first LTE Category 1 module in the market that AT&T approves. So we are going to make some noise around it. We are proud that we completed the certification really on time.
How many of you are currently or have in the past worked with some sort of IoT platform to get devices up and running? I saw one hand, 2 hands. Okay. All right. Okay. So a good portion of the group. All right. So what I want to do is make sure that you guys understand how our platform interacts with our modules, with other connected devices as well, and make sure that you come away with a good understanding of how this can help you. The key areas that I want you to focus on is, look, we've made a ton of investment in this platform. It's 15 years running that we've been investing in this. It's about $100 million in R&D. So what you can do is you can essentially rent the platform as a service. So leverage our investment. Don't take a huge risk on your part, and get devices onboarded, use our scalability, and go to market faster and reduce your risk. From the other perspective, we wanted to show you the additional dashboards that have been integrated into the system lately. So from a platform perspective, like I said, These are intended to be an example of what's capable of representation of data within the platform. So I would not necessarily say that this is meant to be the end application to a user, just for you to conceptualize as a developer. You want to go out and show somebody what capabilities you have in IoT. You can use our platform to do that. We set up for Mobile World Congress in Barcelona late last year. So you've got an example of cement silos, very basic, right? You've got 3 silos. You're running through what the inventory levels are on each of those. So inventory levels here, you'll see them updating. So all this data is being pushed. I've got a widget that I've created over here for location. So this is basically, as a sales guy, I look at this as it's creating a PowerPoint, really. You can take the widgets from this. We've got pre-canned widgets that you can go and move around and set this up so you're pulling location, you're pulling all of these via the devices you have out in the field and displaying the information.
The CDP Pro functionality first. So I'm clicking on the connections tab. And you see here in the pie chart, you see AT&T, you see Verizon Wireless, you have another carrier, you have Tele2. So this is basically a way to aggregate and summarize and manage your global connectivity, even if it's in Australia, and if you have deployments again across Telstra, Vodafone, and Optus, or even it could be Iridium or some satellite provider, you could have all those connections managed in one portal. That's the idea of this portal, connectivity management, or CDP Pro. And the way we implement this is, like I said in the morning, about the integration with the CDP like Jasper, or in Vodafone's case it will be GDSP and others. So the industry equipment is this. They develop their own device, it's a CAN bus device. We help them design it, we put direct module on it. So it is connected to the CAN bus port on the machine. The data comes through our connectivity, and their carrier connectivity comes to our cloud. And we push the data back to the SAP backend on which their SI develop apps. So I'm going to show you what we did and what their SI did. So as a part of Telit, we help them in designing the device. We also configure and customize the rules and logic here on the enterprise gateway to push the data to SAP, and also on the Telit module API. And then their SI develop apps which you're going to see now on the SAP. So we are actually, this use case is in Italy, in Trieste, I think near Trieste or one of the locations in Italy. So they have connected certain temperature and other sensors to Sigfox network, and we are connecting through Sigfox proxy. So if you are interested in doing Sigfox pilot, Sigfox POC, we have the ability to do Sigfox proxy and collect the data. Or similarly in LoRa, if you want to do through Activity or LoRa gateway like I described in the morning session, the platform is already ready and capable to ingest either LoRa or Sigfox data.
So GNSS in Telit, it all began in 2004 when we developed the first module supporting GPS technology. It was what we call a combo module, so not only a GPS receiver but also a cellular modem. And then in 2009 we developed our first GPS standalone module, so just a satellite receiver. But the big milestone is 2012 when Telit acquired Nedman GPS business unit in California. They were doing GPS product since more than 25 years, and so from that date we became one of the biggest players also in the GNSS module business, not only cellular. In the last year we have been consolidating our GNSS portfolio, adding the bundling, so a synergy between our cellular modules and GPS modules. New features like dead reckoning, timing, embedded antenna, so I will talk about that in a minute. Each of these vertical segments has different requirements. So a requirement may be to have the best navigation performance, and in this case, for example, it is important whether a product supports GPS only or supports a multi-constellation. Then if you really want to have the optimal navigation, you can add feature like dead reckoning. Dead reckoning is the name of the algorithm that allows you to estimate the position of, like, for example, of the car that is moving, even if when the satellite reception is not available. So a car that enters in a tunnel, with the dead reckoning, you are able to estimate where the car is going based on the information coming from the speed, the direction of movement. So all the MEMS sensor, as they are called.
The first thing I'm going to talk about is the Telit serial port multiplexer. So the Telit modem has, like you can see, 3 AT controllers here, 3 AT channels. But the problem a lot of users have is they only have one serial port connected to the microcontroller. So the question is, how do you take advantage of all these 3 serial AT command channels? The answer is using the serial port mounts. So doing an IoT locate service is really as simple as, first of all, just checking to make sure your HTTP is pointing to the Telit and to IoT locate server. And we do that with this one. So as you can see, this slot here is really pointing to the right location. And then you do a simple command AGPS send, and that's basically sent the visible cell towers to the Telit server, and it has responded with a location here. So we'll copy that. We'll put that on Google Maps and we'll see where that is. It's in Auckland, so that's a good sign. And yeah, you can see we're just across the lake here. The hotel is here, and it's decided that we're on that side based on the cell tower. Last topic, which is the Telit app zone. So app zone basically allows you to write an application to run inside the module using the Telit module's resources, thereby relieving some of the resources of your external MCU, or perhaps even eliminating the external MCU altogether. The app zone is based on the C language, and you have 5 megs of RAM and 5 megs of flash and 2 megs of RAM for use. And the compiling environment is Eclipse based. You can use GCC, which is free, or RBCT, which you need to pay the license for.
So what do we do at IoT Zone? We solve connectivity problems to enable you to focus on your core business. Sometimes your core business is also communication, but we certainly will help you to get there faster. Who is IoT Zone? Glenn is the distributor of hardware, as I mentioned. IoT Zone, we're the connectivity solution provider around all the hardware. The view of what we do. There are many hardware devices that we've qualified and that we support in the Glen side of the business, whether it be a micro or the Telit modules, Wi-Fi, right up to integrated products as the Skywave satellite services. The golden thread over there, my yellow line there, is all TCP that is the backbone of the service. So here's the script starting. And I'll just pick out some of the items that are relevant. The script is well documented, so you'll be able to understand what the script does in Python. And I'm not an expert at Python, but it was relatively easy with the help of one of our engineers to actually get this done. So what it does there, it's actually creating a PDP session. And there it's the network send back the IP address, so we're online. And it's already publishing information. So we published a log over there. We're publishing some thing information there. So a lot is going in the script, and it's not a very complex script. And over there, it's just publishing the location data, which I hard-coded in there. And there's eventually publishing the location. When you see that format, that is an API call, or an interface as Telit calls it. So that's just location.publish, which is the location.publish API that we're using. So that's just a quick demo of what the script does.